Welcome back to She's At It Again. It is just after lunchtime right now, and I am getting ready to make a salad for my husband tonight. It's not for me. This has an ingredient in it that it tastes like nothing to me, but most people love it. Absolutely love it. And I'm talking about avocados. The only thing they taste to me is wet, and when I eat them, they make me sick. So I am by far the weirdest person in the room when it comes to avocados, because people are like, oh, I could just eat an avocado every day. Yeah, I'd be dead. I wish I liked them because they're so pretty and they're so versatile and they go in so many things. But this is one of those things. I know my husband's going to be excited. He's like the Jeffrey to Ina, and all those cooks out there know what I'm talking about. Ina Garten's husband, she just gushes over him. He's so sweet, and she's got a lot of interviews going on right now about her history and about how they met, and it's just the sweetest thing ever. But my husband is kind of like the Jeffrey in this mix because he appreciates everything that I make for him, and he loves avocados, so he's going to be excited about this. So go along with me as we make some chunky guacamole with a Greek spin to it because it has feta in it. Oh, that would be the only reason I would eat this, was because of the feta. So anyway, let's get started. All right, we're kind of at a different area in the kitchen than I normally am. I just have things set up on the small end of the island here. First ingredient we want to start with is some red wine vinegar, and this is what I'm using right here. We're going to need about 1.5 tablespoons. We'll put that in our bowl. And next I want to put some garlic in there. This is just garlic powder. This is what we got in Rome. It's funny because that's about the only thing they checked in my baggage when we came out of there. Like I'm really going to put something in a garlic bottle, but I guess some people do. 1/2 teaspoon of garlic powder. Or a little tiny more. I'm just going to let that rehydrate for just a minute. We're going to use a little bit of salt. Maybe just less than 1/4 teaspoon of salt. And a little bit of pepper. We also need some olive oil. We got our olive oil right here. And we're going to do about 1 tablespoon of olive oil. So the salad doesn't have a whole lot of liquid to it, but just enough to get things coated, I guess. Now the reason I'm starting with the liquid instead of waiting till the end is because as I put things in there, I want them to start soaking up that dressing. I don't want anything to be dry at the end of the ride. All right, next thing I'm going to do is chop up a little bit of this onion. I only need, maybe 1/4 cup, but really not even that much probably. And if you don't have a red onion, a white onion, or a yellow onion is perfectly fine. A purple onion is the strongest in flavor of all those onions, which I used to think, hey, it's purple, it's got to be the sweetest one, right? Well, it's not. Purple onions have the strongest flavor out of all those. You can chop this as finely as you want. I'm going to leave mine just a tad chunky. Next thing we want to do is cut up some tomatoes. These are from my friend's garden, so we have all different colors there. But I like the idea of the small tomatoes because I don't have to chop it up as much, and they kind of tend to stay, they keep their shape a little better, the smaller ones do, rather than chopping up a big tomato, and you know the inside of that's not going to keep its shape that well. Just slice them in half. During the winter months, cherry tomatoes seem to retain more of their garden fresh flavor too than the larger tomatoes, as one of the gals on YouTube says, winter tomatoes just taste like disappointment, and that's really the truth because you're expecting the flavor of tomato and it really doesn't taste like much of anything. Okay, that one had a tiny spot on it, so I'll just leave that part out. Let's see, the next thing we're going to do is add some cilantro to it. If you are one of those people who does not like cilantro and it tastes like soap, I would encourage you to replace this with fresh parsley. And if you're using cilantro, we love cilantro at our house, but if you're using cilantro, by all means use the stems. Don't cut the stems off and just use the leaves. The stems are where the flavor is. Okay, let me put this in the trash so it doesn't get in my way. Okay, we'll give that a little bit of a stir. It's pretty already. All right, we're going to take a couple of avocados. I already washed these. I'm just one of those people who figures if I'm going to cut this with a knife and it's going to go through the peel to the inside, and the inside's the part you're going to eat, it's going to need wash because people have touched these. You don't really think those farmers and processors out there are washing their hands and using gloves to pick the avocados, do you? Because that's probably not a high probability. That was a pretty perfect avocado. We always laugh at our house about the 7 minutes of perfection with an avocado, because right before that it's hard as a rock and right after that it's mushy, but that one was pretty perfect. Okay, if you want to see the easiest way, well, at least for me, to cut an avocado, slice it just gently. You don't want to slice all the way through the peel, but you can kind of feel with your hand how deep you're going. Slice it, make it into a grid, and then squeeze it. Squeeze it gently, kind of roll it around, and it all comes out. Perfect. Next thing we want to do, this is some feta that I had left over from making a pizza, I think the other day, or something. I can't actually remember what I made with this one. but it's really, really good feta. If I can just get the lid off. There we go. It has a brine to it, so just sitting in the liquid. Okay, feel free to obviously double this recipe if you need to, but this is just going to be enough for my husband because, like I said, I will not be eating it because I don't want to get sick, but it looks absolutely delicious. It smells fabulous. And we're just going to take some of this feta. I'm going to use about half this to just crumble in there. Okay, this is our pretty salad. I'm not even going to stir it because I want the feta to stay on the top. It's so beautiful. Oh, here's this feta. If you go to your store and look for it, and it's made in Greece, so it's got to be good. All right, our finished product. There is our chunky guacamole with Greek feta on it. Okay guys, thanks for watching. It's been a short video. This is a really pretty salad. I'm sure he's gonna like this. I'll have pizza ready for him when he comes in and he'll love this salad, probably even more than the pizza. So thanks for watching. We always look forward to sharing something again with you next time, and recipe is in the description also, as always. So have a good day. Bye guys.